Let's do that. Posiwi, Joe Petroman, how you doing? It's Doug Gray, all in the house. How you all doing? Welcome to Monday. A little quality time and hanging out with Mobb Guppy. Sorry about my nose. I like a zit on my nose. It's horrific. The man who can't even fold his laundry as fast as the Afghanistan government folded. Peter Thiel, you're exactly correct. Logan, Ambus Aquatics, how you doing? Happy Monday. How was your work day? Salute. I'm having some Powerade Zero Sugar. Scott's Aquatics, Muppet 929. My Fish Tank Aquatics. John Oliver, Life is Good. Melvin, how are you doing, sir? Good group of people as always. Hey, a couple of things. My worked real hard. You watched two Svengoolie episodes. Yeah, it was a crazy day today because hey, Jimmy P's Aquariums. It was a crazy day at the office today because we were short a person, and then another person had to go in for emergency tooth extraction of a wisdom tooth. He hates doctors, so he went late. So it's he's a good guy. I have a real good crew that I work with. I'm a middle manager, and they're underneath me. They never call in sick. They are absolutely awesome, and they do a great job. VB23. I did not go, by the way, to Aquashella. Anybody go to Aquashella? It's I could not, mainly because of where it fell in. Is that my office was upgrading the computer system, which was very problematic. Hey, Peplin Creek Aquatics, how you doing? So I had to do that. Then this week here is that I have like the ownerships coming to town with the corporate consultant, and I've got to be like prepared to speak with them. So for me to go up to Chicago, even though I had a free place to stay not far from where it was happening, it was just not. It was not a good thing to go. I wish I could have made it. I would have loved to have gone. Hire a stripper to greet the bosses and the consultant. That would not go so well. Not go so well. I like my job. It's if I didn't like my job, if I didn't like the people I worked for or work with, Doug, that would be a great idea. But I like my job. I like my house. I like everything about it. So there you go. Now I see why you don't work. Well, you're retired. You're hanging out. Good times had by all. So my so it's just been, so busy getting junk done. I have been so tomorrow night I have to go to something. Wednesday I have a meeting, a 90-minute meeting with ownership and the corporate consultant at 9. I'm not the only one who has a 90-minute meeting, so it's okay. Did you import anything super special with your vegetable order? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. You betcha. I got some medicine. By the way, for those of you who live in states that are considering medical marijuana or have medical marijuana, it's not for medicine. Let's be honest. It's a step to make it legal. Uh, I don't have a problem with it. Here's my loan deal, and with the weed, just as a thing, we don't do well with the one intoxicant that we do have legal, the booze. Adding another illegal intoxicant, I think, is problematic. But that's just me. You guys may think it's a great idea. Obviously, everybody's smoking. You might as well make some money off of it. I don't know. I don't smoke weed. It's we have medical weed here. I don't have it. I haven't used it. My mom's new downstairs neighbor smoke, and boy, does her apartment smell now. Yeah, it's a smell. Mets fans are smoking it now that the season is collapsing. Make coffee illegal and watch society fall apart. Lumpy Dog, how are you? You said, was that your first say hi? It's pretty good. So yeah, so other than that, that's you carry your medical marijuana card proudly. There you go. It again, I don't have anything against the weed. Don't get. I did get. My parents lived in Washington State when they were alive, and I did pick up a couple of Snickerdoodle cookies. Woo! They, yeah. Yeah, Pebble Creek Aquatics, that's brought up a lot. I don't know how true that is. And JP's Aquariums, weed is legal in California, but I don't smoke. I do, however, use tequila for medical purposes only. Is that I don't know if weed is better than booze or booze worse than, Yeah, DUI deaths, but again, it's widely used and widely available. Marijuana, there's a lot of people who use it. It's seemingly when they did the TV show Live PD, I guess the one thing that you may have on your side here is on Live PD, they kept buying they kept finding people smoking weed while they were driving. You were joking, Peter? Fail? Yeah, you see. I like tequila. I like beer. I like wine. I like it all. I just, my line is, again, it's another intoxicant. And we don't do well with that as a society. When I was in college, I managed some retail stores, small company, Northern California. And we would go on business trips. And like a bunch of us would share the same room. And my boss and his, my two bosses, the first thing they would do when they woke up is burn one. So there you go. Hi, I just stopping by to hit the like. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, FishingMon64. But tequila is the only thing I drink, and I've had the same bottle for months. Yeah, I'm not a huge drinker. I have like some wine in the house. I have some beer in the fridge. Occasionally I have a bottle of tequila or a bottle of bourbon. But I'll just occasionally, when I have one, I'll have a beer or two after work. or a couple of glasses of wine. That's it. Not sure if Alishan AS can make it tonight. He's returning his signed Carlos Carrasco jersey. Hey, by the way, if you have a living older parent or grandfather, start going through their storage areas, whether the attic or the basement, or they have a storage shed. A Honus Wagner card. Hey, you're in mourning? I'm sorry, Bob. What happened? If you have a Honus Wagner card, if your parent or grandparent does, one just sold for $6.6 million. A baseball card, everybody, a baseball card. So I suggest if you have living parents and grandparents, especially your grandfather or your father, a big baseball fan, start digging through that. You may find one. So a friend of mine by the way, speaking of Elvis, and again, if you haven't been here before, it's the Fish Room Barbershop. We talk fish, we talk all sorts of different stuff. So a buddy of mine was visiting the grave site of Elvis today. Put it up on Facebook, my buddy Rusty. And so I think Rusty's a nickname. I don't know what his real first name is, but he has real bright red hair. He's full on ginger. And so I just go, yeah, it's a bad way to go. And you would have thought I'd upset. People got pissed at me. They were really mad. Doug Gray, if he didn't die at the time he said he would die, he'd be dead by now. He'd be 84 years old. His drug-addled body, his lack of being able to keep, and I'm not even talking about being thin. Lord knows I could drop 20 pounds like that. He wouldn't be alive at the age of 84 now. So, he had it's Kevin Long's birthday today as well. I love him. He's a medical doctor. Oh, it's Kevin Long, not Ken Long. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, and Bob, because you have all those Elvis jumpsuits. By the way, when did musicians get into... Oh, Kevin's Canines and Aquatics. Oh, okay. All right. Happy birthday, Kevin, if you drop in. What led to musicians thinking that it was a good idea to put a jumpsuit on? You know what's better than a peanut butter and banana sandwich? Peanut butter. If you've never done this, you may go, really? Try it. You'll be all about it. And those of us with fish, we buy cucumbers for our fish all the time. Cucumber and peanut butter sandwich. Delicious. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful all the way around. Kaler started the jumpsuit craze back in 1968 when he was 3. Mike's Aquatics and things. Kansas in the house. 44 years technically since the death of the king. Yeah, the king is gone. No Chewy. I have an unpopular and controversial music opinion I'll give out later on if Chewy shows up. So I was loading up my garbage. I age my garbage pails when it, to make sure the water's at a good temp and just let them sit for a day. I filled one up yesterday and it came out of the tap at almost 80 degrees. Yeah, it's a little warm. I actually had to let the water cool down. In winter, it was coming out the tap at 50, sometimes closer to 45. And if I went and put water in my aquariums using a python, I would have killed a bunch of fish. Yeah, so that's why I don't use a python. If your water comes out of the tap at a normal temperature, I can see using it. If it's and by the way, I always think it should be a little different. If you go and you look at rain as it comes down, and if you're by like a pond or something like that, Vinosky Tanks, how are you? If you're by a pond or a lake or what have you, if you take a temperature of of the rain and of the waterway, and this is if you take it before and after, the water changes a lot of degrees. So having some change, I think, is good, but a dramatic change, like a 25 degrees, that's probably not that good. You live in the desert. Your tap water is currently at 76. Yeah, I'm not in the desert. It's currently 79. So there you go. I'd never be able to take care of all the tanks without a Python water changer. All right, I see the deal. I guess I get to about 90 tanks. I'll probably be there too. Mike, I just in from Fish Mania with a box of fish. You just got some black neon tetras today? That's good. I'll tell you what, the two aquarium shops that I went into the Twin Cities, their neons were rocking good. Our buddy at Twin Cities Guppies, and then I went over to Sea Level. It's just great. Just great. I'll tell you what, I have pretty good LFSs, and it sure is nice to go there and talk to people. One of my LFSs I'm not as warm about. Nice enough people, but when you walk in the door, they're trying to sell you stuff. So there you go. It's a business, business, business. So I went. I have to order some food from your fish stuff. Some of their spirulina flakes. I'm just about to run out of them. Please tell me you didn't buy black neon tetras as well, Bob Kaler. Box of fish, box of fish. I'm looking forward, by the way, to the first episode of Hoarders, where they go into there. The Amica Splendens are doing really well. Thanks, Doug, for bringing them up. They're doing much better. I had some issues where all of a sudden it was not doing well. They're really coming back. In fact, I think I'm going to have some baby Amica Splendens any day now. So there you go. Fish, the Latin fly decimation of the day. There you go. How you doing, Alishon? No LFS within sight here. We have a Walmart, but 99% of my fish hobby needs are met by online shopping. I do not have one fish in my fish room that I purchased at a fish store. All of them have come from either ordering them online or directly from the people. Doug Gray and is one of the people I bought fish from. And yeah, Hoarders, the Lucas Bretz edition. Yeah, I'll tell you what. He very well could be somebody that's a candidate for that show. You've had the same LFS for 50 plus years. God bless you. You're the envy of all of us, Mike. When I was a kid, there was a real good fish store. And the folks got old, and I don't think they had children. And they ended up selling the land, and the people didn't keep the fish store. Mike's only 26. He's had a good one for 50 plus years. That's right, Doug. They had purple spotted gobies, but I passed due to my need for food this week. Purple spot gobies, that sounds great. I love gobies. I've had them before. They're fantastic. I've never ordered fish online, but 99% of my shopping is done via the internet. Paplin Creek Aquatics, Bob. You know, the first couple of times I had fish shipped in, I was like real nervous. But now, I've shipped a bunch out. Nothing like our buddy John Oliver, who sends out a lot of stuff. Doug Gray sends a lot of stuff out. But I don't get nervous about it anymore. I used to just get my first couple of shipments out and arriving. I was like looking at my phone to see where the fish were and all that sort of stuff. I still do that when I order fish, but I'm not quite as paranoid about it. I have a feeling once I do my first international fish type of thing. Oh, gudgeons, not gobies. Okay. Yes, I am playing fantasy football this year. What's cracking, my peoples? Cooper Aquatics in the house. How are you? Yeah, I'm all in, by the way, with the wonders of the shipping the fish back and forth just doesn't worry me. It once you do it, you're in really pretty good shape. I think the biggest concern is making sure you're getting good fish, and just make sure that you trust that you know who's shipping you the fish. If you see somebody on eBay with kind of cool fish, but you don't know who they are, and they don't have a video of them, especially if they don't produce a video, skip. But yeah, it's if you know the person, you're in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape all the way around. Yeah, it's that's part of the deal of it. Another thing that you need to be really good about is I know that and Doug Gray on his channels talked about this a lot, and it's the Dumbo ear mosaics, real popular in the Guppies thing. They really mature late. So a lot of times when you buy them online, you end up getting a male and sometimes females because it takes a while for them to get their colors. And they're a little more mature than what you'd get if you got like the sword-tailed guppies or red guppies or normal things. 1 more month quarantine suffers a lot of problems, but not genetics. Yep, exactly correct, Lumpy Dog. Is that the red mosaic Dumbo ears? They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I see why people like them. I see why people get them. I don't have any in my fish room at this point, but I'm sure I will at some point. Yep, usually 4 months for the males, 2 to 3 months for the females to look good. Yep. And thank you, Bob Kaler. Doug is a meanie head. He won't make me any Dalmatian guppies. Yeah, Mike, it's not that easy. Not that easy at all. Let me get my sip of my drink. My nose is red, not because I'm drunk. It's because I all of a sudden got a zit right there on the end. It's like one of those things in from there. Biggie support group. You haven't bought from Aquabed in years? Get everything from friends who work in wholesale, who own an LFS, or if a business sells fish out of their home. Yep. Peter's also mean. Well, no, I have the Roebuck Reds. I just had something. All of a sudden, I had the population was falling apart with them. I don't know. I would love to send you some Roebuck Reds, Bob. It's bought some nice Corys off of Aquabid, but they didn't adjust your water all that well. Yeah, I sell fish on Aquabid. I sell fish through Get Gills. There's that one that goes from there. Biggie support group, we're talking up. Yeah, it's especially with guppies, younger guppies can adjust to that water much easier. But again, it's all about getting those first drops of fry. Once you get your first drops of fry and you get the fry growing up, they're in your water, you're in business. Then you hope and pray you have nice looking males and nice looking females to start your next breeding round. There's even a Mobb Guppy phone case and baby onesies. That's correct. Every baby needs a Mobb Guppy on them. Or a Mobb Guppy phone case. It just doesn't get any better than that. I do not have Mobb Guppy caskets yet. You got my onesie there. Excellent. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, it's the whole merchandising thing. It's I do not sell. This chat has devolved. Yeah, there you go. That's something. Is that new, Doug? You know what? We've been here a half hour. I've got Posiwi here. I've got Doug Gray here. I have Ali Jean here. I have Lumpy Dog here, and nobody's cracked a Subaru joke. I give a free D. Gray's Guppy magnet with every food purchase. Absolutely does. I've got it. It's up on my fridge. Got it up there on the fridge. And yeah, I'm pro magnets. Yeah, the onesies, the Bob Killer Mobb Guppy onesie goes underneath the thing. Color Guppies, Vinay, how are you? Subarus are not a joke. They are sad. Yes. Since my boss, my immediate supervisor, who spells his name, he pronounces it Tom, but he pronounces it Thom, or he spells it Thom. So I, of course, because I'm a jerk, I call him Thommy. He's got a good sense of humor, so I can bust his chops and life is good. But yeah, I call him Thommy. So good times. What's going on in you guys' fish room? Anything exciting going on in the fish rooms there? It's yeah, Subarus. Yeah, so my boss Thom got a Subaru and it's already had to go into the shop. They had to unplug the battery and plug it back in to reboot his computers. He's had his car for a month. IRS letter, sitting down for coffee for this. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's 2 thumbs up. Exactly. 2 thumbs. I'll have to use that on him. Sorry, Bob, I don't work there anymore. I didn't send it. Getting a note from the IRS, by the way, gang, it's not that fun. Yep, the Codfather in the house. You get a note from the IRS, it's just never good. It's they used to change if you've done moving for your company. They at one point they changed the rules. It used to be you'd get moved, and they didn't worry about. They didn't have to report that to the IRS. So I moved from San Francisco to New York, and it was right when those laws changed. And did the taxes and all the stuff, and found out I owed the IRS like $4,000, which I didn't have. So I got to do the payment plan. It was a 1-year payment plan, got taken care of, but yeah, that was not pleasant. At least the deal is with the IRS, if you get into, if you find yourself behind on your taxes or something like that, or you can't pay them all, or you owe a little bit, go from there. You got a letter from the government today? I put off opening until tomorrow. Yeah, it's best just to open those up. It's just best. It's like going to the doctor. It's stuff nobody likes, but you just better do it. Installment agreements are good, but I have a setup fee of is up to $105, where it used to be $43. Yeah. Mother of God. They owe me about $7K, and it's been 3 months already, letting me know it could be up to 16 weeks, so another month. Yeah, not good. Mickey M. or Mikey M. Mickey M, Mikey M. Having some fever and pain after getting your first COVID shot. Probably okay in a day or two. Glad I. Yep, I've been vaxxed. I'm team Moderna. Happy I did it. My arm was sore for about a day or so, and went from there. After my second shot, I had a little bit of a reaction where I had a little bit of chills and stuff like that, other than the sore shoulder. And there you go. Color Guppy says, my relationship with the IRS is clear and cut. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. There you go. Bob, you have to wait until the employees go back to work in the service centers. They're all still working from home. Yeah, that's good news. Well, because I didn't get the $600 stimulus check, so Cotton claimed it for me, and they're doing all those manually. Yeah, that's nice. You were in a race with a Prius the other day. I kept up for the first 100 feet. I can only walk so fast. But I'm bump. My next car, I think I'll do a Prius. I went in, I was as cynical about those things as anybody. And one of my coworkers has one. And I went for a ride in it. Holy capoly. If you're a tech nerd like I am, it is really, really cool. It is really cool all the way around. I would do a Prius. My car is 4 years old, has 48,000 miles on it. It's going to be at least another 6-7 years before I get another car. But I'm all in on that. All in. I don't think you can charge them interest, Bob Kaler. At one point, they were talking about having a law saying the IRS pay interest, but I think that's out the window. Cryptocurrency, that's where it's at. Bitcoin. I own some Bitcoin. Not a lot. They pay interest on refund claims that are over 45 days old. Well, there you go. Kaler, you could be making some money. Just think what you can buy for your fish room with $7K. It's a lot. Bezo bucks are the future. Where is Facebook on selling crypto? They were going to come up with their own crypto. And I think that's, I heard them talking about it at some point. See, I'll let you know. My crypto, I started buying in when it was, not that long ago, when it was at 32,000. Now it's like in the mid 40s. And I haven't been, I don't have that much money, and I just pop in $20, $30, $50 this weekend. I have Bitcoin, and I have Ethereum. I think it's Ethereum, and I do have some Litecoin. And they're all down today, which is probably not that good. ALEXA, wake up, Alishan AS. Zuckerberg crypto bucks. Microsoft has cryptocurrency. but it goes obsolete every 5 years. Is no longer supported. There you go. Your Moderna stock was a great investment. Exactly. Got Team Pfizer, Mickey M. Yeah, as of right now, in an area that has been real big, your Amazon stock has paid off. There you go. Let's see here. Got a text from my coworkers. Let's see. All right, I replied. I sent a text back. Yeah, I bought a bunch of Amazon stock about 10 years ago for like 175 each. And I was sort of playing with day trading in my retirement fund. And I sold it at $250, and I thought I made quite the score. Now it's trading at what, $3,500 a share? Yeah, so I was pretty smart on that. You worked with a guy that tried to get me to buy into Bitcoin when it started. He put all his savings in it, is now about to retire on it at the age of 30. I think he says a little over $1 million now. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's my cloned stock options did very well for over 20 years. Excellent. As select bet, neither do I. I just started buying into it because everyone's doing it. But there were people who bought into Bitcoin when it was 6 cents each. And if you bought, 1,000 shares of Bitcoin, you are rich. Oh, Tetra's still floating. Oh, they're okay. Think about buying stock in ColecoVision and Nokia. Delta variant is increasing over here. Some new recommendations may come soon. Most people are not worried yet. Yeah, my area got nailed pretty good. Is being nailed right now by it. It's beginning to go down. And this area got really nailed by it. In my office, we had 6 people go down with the Rona out of 25, 6 people. And nobody was against getting the vaccine. It was just everyone was putting it off. I've been too busy. I can't do it. Got the Rona. Waiting to float yours, Mike, until the first cup of coffee takes hold. Yeah. Yeah, the Rona thing, by the way, gang, ain't no joke. It's if you don't want to be vaxxed, that's your business. But the problem is, I'll tell you why I got the vaccine. I had a family reunion in June, surrounded by a bunch of 80-year-olds, my aunts and uncles, whom I love very much. They're good people. I have a sibling and a nephew who are cancer survivors. I would feel pre-doggone terrible if I ended up coming down and giving them the Rona. I'd have felt awful about it. That's why I got the shot. Where's Chewy, the Great White North? I think Aerosmith wants to replace Steven Tyler with Chewy. Is Chewy a drummer? The Knack predicted the Rona back in 1979. You've noticed that Chewy and Tyler are never seen in the same place, same time? Wow, it claimed your older brother? I'm sorry, Vinay. Yeah, it's again, it is, it's a virus, it's a disease. Viruses and bacteria, their job is to go from host to host. Some people get things in a much, is not as aggressive. It's not like our fish tanks where you can, if you have a disease-free aquarium, you can keep it disease-free. We're going to the store, we're doing that stuff there. Yeah, Vinay, I'm very sorry. Yeah, it's not to be taken lightly. So I went to the pharmacy on Saturday after we had our live stream, and I found something interesting. Is that there was a line inside the store to get the COVID-19 vaccination. My area, Joplin, Mo, and where I live in Webb City, I live in the bedroom community of Joplin, Mo. We have the highest vaccination rates in all of Missouri, which is pretty cool. It was rough when you had the illness. That swine flu or whatever we had a few years ago really hit me harder, though. That illness will put my daughter in bed for a week. Yeah, not good. Lost some good old people, friends used to meet in my local cafe. Most of them had cancer and other illnesses. Yeah. Yeah, it's a city named after Jack Webb, the Webb City. The Webbers. We're the Webbers. After a grill, too. So it's at the pharmacy, and they're giving drive-through tests for the Rona, and it's only on the inside lane. They have 2 lanes to go through the drive-through at the thing. Inside lane, there were like 8 cars in line, and the other side, just one there, and so they were getting tested for the Rona. And inside, there was a bunch of people getting their vaccines. So there you go. The lead sports story on your local TV news is about the shortage of high school referees for sports. Must be a slow sports day. Just the facts, man. Here's a feel-good story. A South Jersey woman is accused of leaving her husband's body at the morgue and spending GoFundMe money that was originally raised to help with funeral expenses. Jersey! It's that type of class you only find a place like Florida. By the way, Chewy plays guitar from what you know. It's, if you've played a musical instrument long enough, you can play a second one. A Florida man, that's correct. What is it with these Florida people? Is the weather just so doggone nice they can't keep it together? Is that what the deal is? Too warm? A Florida man, a Florida couple, a Florida mom, a Florida woman. You know that whatever happens after that, it's completely off the hook. Hold my beer. Look, Ma. Hold my beer. And some redneckism is going down. And by the way, I love the necks. Rednecks are good people. But There's just certain things that go from there. It's the iguanas that influence people to do crazy things. The reptilian menace. Reptilian menace, everybody. Where do you come down on the reptilian menace? I have not watched, speaking of the reptilians, I've not watched the episode of this week's Ancient Aliens. Friday night, I was being disappointed by my Minnesota Vikings. Saturday, I was doing a lot of junk and didn't get caught up on it. Yesterday, I don't know what I did. Yeah, the damn iguanas. They're all over the place. You know what they call the iguanas in Jamaica? I have a buddy of mine from Jamaica. They call it the chicken of the trees. We've gotten through most of the live stream without one single David Childress reference. Yeah, we did. It's a rarity that we've gone this far into it. Naked Senior Stickball is canceled to 100% of hurricane remnants tomorrow, and probably all for the best. You know what they say about nude beaches? It's seems like a real good idea until you go to one. Oh yes, regarding fishes. My red-shouldered severums spawned for the second time today. Pistols are also spawning. And my Gingaruba guppies are now 40 or 50 or even more. Congratulations. It's a sign you're doing something good. So a buddy of mine went to Bermuda. And Bermuda has a lot of, shall we say it, Europeans who go there on vacation. So he and his wife checked in. They're looking out the window, and there's a naked 100-year-old German bending over in front of him. He goes, "It's kind of like seeing a used coffee maker, used coffee filter." I did that for you. How do you spot a blind man in a nudist colony? It's not hard. Yes. Yeah, the whole nude beach thing, yeah. Good times. I'm finally getting a lot of hummingbirds in my backyard. I mean, like up to now, I'd see one occasionally. Now I've got like 10 of them zipping around each other, chasing each other around. I think that there must be a nest relatively close to my house, and they're being very protective. You're welcome, Bob Kaler. I'm good at smooth transitions. One of my skills. One of my skills. Yeah, so I've been watching the hummingbirds. It's great. They're great stuff. Beaches at the Canary Islands outside of the coast of Africa are famous for naked Germans. That's all we need are more naked Germans. Germans, keep your clothes on. Haven't you done enough to the world? Yeah, that was a German World War joke, everybody. Keep in Deutschland. Keep clothed. I was in Hawaii about 20 years ago. And not And all of a sudden at the pool, a bunch of German tourists pull in, and they were all wearing Speedos. And these are people that really shouldn't be wearing Speedos. It's just not a good thing. You know, a baggy trunks, you know what? Serves people well. Wear the baggy trunks. All good. Nobody wants to see a bunch of Germans with Speedos. And they were all wearing hats with pins of all the places they had been. Nice enough folks, though, as long as you keep them from marching. Germans marching, not good. All right, gang, I got to wrap her up. Thank you very much. I'm planning on to give up Speedos when I wear these out. You know, that's good. All right, gang, thank you guys so much. You have a great, great night. We'll see you on Saturday. And adios, my amigos.